difficulties. But come in the room, let me know that you can hear me. Let me know how you feeling today. Oh crap. I'm just making a big mess this morning. A big mess. Trying to get myself together today. Mondays is not my day. But it kind of should be though, but you know. So I got a busy morning lined up. Patience, and of course, the Hood to Hooded podcast. Of course. So get your coffee and let's dive in if you are ready to talk about scarcity. The psychology of having a scarcity mindset, because I know so many people have a mindset that, you know, is thriving on scarcity. Doing too much. I'm doing way too much. way too much. Good morning, guys. I'm gonna get better with these lives. I just be, you know, when they have technical difficulties, it kind of, it's unexpected, but we still building. Just trying to give a couple more people time to come in. I hope you guys can hear me. Tap those hearts. Alrighty. Tap those hearts. Leave that alone. So welcome guys back to another episode of the Hood to Hooded podcast, and as you can see from the title of the video, we'll be talking about the psychology. I have to call you back because I be getting calls when I'm live. I don't think they know that this is my live time. But today we're talking about the psychology of scarcity, understanding your mental prison and breaking free from that. Okay? Because a lot of us live in this mindset where we believe, you know, we were born this way, we're going to stay this way, and we can't have more, and we got to change that mindset today. Okay? Somebody liked the stream. I can't see who liked the stream. Let me see. Marvelous Maradisa, thank you for liking the stream. Thank you for tapping the hearts on TikTok. We're trying to get to 1K. But other than that, welcome dreamers and gold diggers. Drop your name in city, state, whatever in the chat. Let's see where my tribe is at. Grab your water, grab your journal, and your energy, because this morning we are going to talk about, you know, the money talk. Not really a money talk, but a mind talk. You got to get your mind right to accomplish your goals and get to where you're trying to be. Let me do this one little thing there. Boom. Okay. So you came ready to drop a story, drop some fire in the chat. Drop some fire in the chat if you ready to grow today. So let's dive right in. Let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right in. So this first thing that we're going to be talking about is the psychology of scarcity. If you don't know who I am, it's your first time finding me. I am Dr. Chiefess Sunflower, aka Dr. Sean, the Motivational Dentist. And I help dreamers and entrepreneurs grow when you come from hood to hooded. Basically, when you come from an underserved background, you know the backgrounds when you in the hood. Yeah, that was me. So I am the living testimony that you can overcome and survive anything. You can be anything you put your mind to. But it first starts with understanding the psychology of scarcity. A lot of people have that mindset. They don't even try because they have this type of scarcity. I can't do it thought process. And we got to eliminate that today, dreamers and gold diggers. I'm not talking about gold, like gold earring diggers. I'm talking about GOAL. Where my gold diggers at this morning? Tap those hearts wherever you watching from if you a gold digger this morning. I see y'all to my Niji out there. I see y'all to the ancestors who woke us up. Well, not really the ancestors, but the ancestors who paved the way for us to be here today. To the Creator for waking us up this morning. To the sun. Just to life today. We want to just send some gratitude for having another opportunity to follow our dreams and to break free from the mental prison that is the 9 to 5. Working and not really believing in yourself. Giving up on your dreams all the time. Not really standing there painting for yourself. Okay? So this is really one of the first modules. I'm doing it live free for the Hood to Hooded Dreamers Network. But this is for Transformation Academy. Okay, you're going to transform when you are part of our tribe. I've met people who had the potential to have millions or even millions and they have a poverty soul. But I've also met broke folks with $1 million faith. So we just got to change that scarcity because scarcity is a silent virus in your mind. But tonight, or today, I should say, no matter where you're watching from, we are installing a new belief. We are in changing that, breaking those generational curses, and growing our mindset. Okay? So the objective, let's see. Let's make sure we're moving our slides along. All right. So welcome, dreamers. Let's switch our slide. Let me see if I can switch the side. So welcome, dreamers. Get ready to transform your mind. I want you guys to engage. Okay? Engage with passion. Drop your name. And like I said, get ready to take some notes if you really about elevating your life. All right? Let's harness our collective power and just really do some deep brain thinking this morning. So this is for the dreamers and the thinkers and the doers and the action takers. So I want you to ignite your spirit because we are not just learning, we are transforming. So let's dive right into it. Let's dive right into it. So what is the mission for today? Let's get to our mission. Oh, no. I gotta find my slide. All right, there we go. Our mission. So today's mission is to get rid of the scarcity program that has taken over your mind. Scarcity program refers to limiting beliefs developed by early experiences which shape how you perceive opportunities and the potential that enters your life. So this is scarcity programming. So it impacts how you make decisions, guys. Understanding how scarcity impacts your decision making reveals the psychological barriers that prevent us from seizing and making confident choices. It prevents us from seizing the opportunities that we see in our life. When we have this programming that's really putting us, since we were children, going to school, getting prepared to go into the work chattel system. If you know, you know. So that's where it comes from. Limiting your belief, making you feel that you can't do big dreams, that you can't get those big dreams and say, this is my dream. I'm going to accomplish this. You don't even make a decision when you have a scarcity mindset because you scared that something going to happen. So why am I going to even try when it's going to fail? Have you been thinking like that lately? I need you to stop that. I need you to stop that right now. Tap those hearts if you know that you don't have time to do that no more. Time is not on your side when you have a scarcity mindset. All right? So, neuroscience. We're going to go into the science of this because it helps to go into the neuroscience of this belief that holds us back. Thank you for the 1.7K. I wish I could see where that came from. I'm so sorry if I missed it, but thank you. I want to shout you out. If it was you, say it was me. So neuroscience belief. Our beliefs are intertwined with the science behind our brain. And you know, people who don't want us to thrive know this. So they will put systems into place to hold you back, right? But once you understand the neuroscience behind it, you can break any generational curse. Okay? You have to understand that the neuroscience helps us reframe our thoughts and reframe and reshape our mental landscape so that we can grow. That's how we grow. When we understand who we are, you got to understand, where did I get this scarcity mindset from? Where did I get the mindset that says I can't do things? Or where is the trigger coming from? You have to start rewiring your brain, okay, so that you don't think like that. The journey begins with being intentional. Just like today, you're like, dang, I'm not aware that I have a scarcity mindset. So now that you are aware of it, you can begin to rewire your brain with intentions, by being intentional with every day, by identifying those scarcity thoughts and replacing them with empowering affirmations that can initiate the transformation that you need to elevate from hood to hooded, or from poverty to success, or from paycheck to paycheck to being the millionaire in your family. You don't have time to wait. So abundance is really a declaration. Let's move over a little bit. Y'all can't see. So abundance is a declaration. Y'all see that? Abundance, crafting abundance declaration is crucial. Oh, you probably can't hear me though. Crafting an abundance declaration is crucial to setting clear intentions. It enables you to manifest your desires and reinforce your mindset for abundance. So what is an abundance declaration? This is something that you write down and say, I can have more. I can be more. You write your goals and dreams down. And that's how you really plant the seed to make them come true. There's a process for dreaming. There's a process for achieving success. You have to write these things down so that way you are taking the first action. If you're not taking the first action, then whatever you're whatever you're doing, it really is a dream. It goes from being a dream to something that is a wish. And most people don't know that only 3% of adults have clear written goals. So the mission today is to realize there's scarcity programming that has taken place. We've been trained to go to work. We've been trained to work the 9 to 5, be the cook, be the housekeeper, be the jobs where, you can't really break that ceiling. And I saw this growing up. I saw my grandmothers being CNAs and doing the heavy, hard labor. And I said, I want to do a little bit more so that I can have a better quality of life, because they were always working. Never with their family. Always working so hard. You got to learn how to make those decisions that are going to impact your life and break those barriers. Understand the neuroscience behind it. Start rewiring your thinking, and then have an abundance declaration. I can do anything. Literally write it down. And if you need abundance declaration, you want the free starter pack to do this, join the Hood to Hooded Dreamers Network, or you can go to the link in the bio and get your free toolkit. Okay, it has a worksheet for you to actually write this down so you can know what is the scarcity mindset, where did I get it from, and how do I change it. How do I change this? So like I said, we're going to spot the scarcity programming, notice how it drives your decision, learn the brain science, start rewiring, and write your declaration. Now chat, type ready if you are locked in for transformation. Even if you're watching this on the replay, if you're watching this in the school community, I want you to say ready. I'm ready for my transformation, Dr. Sean. I'm ready. I've been ready. Okay? So let's go over the invisible programming that is taking place in our minds and we don't even know it. Because programming really begins early. So we got to go over the programming that begins so early. Let's see if I can pull up. There we go. The programming begins early. You see that? So the first lesson is when you want that toy as a little kid. When you come from poverty. Right? That's the first lesson. Like, dang, I really want this toy. I really want it. You really want the toy. But guess what happens? The $10 toy is your first lesson when you get told no, you can't have it. Mom says no. This gives you a sense that, you're lacking. Dang, we can't even afford the toy. We lacking. This makes me feel poor. I can't afford the things that I want. Maybe I have the things I need. Maybe sometimes you don't even have the things you need in the hood. So this is a scarcity lesson. It teaches you early to form those beliefs about how much you're worth and where you can possibly go. Some kids hold on to this scarcity mindset. They think that they're gonna be lacking. Like they just gonna hold on to it, they're gonna lack, and then they're not gonna have anything in life. That's the scarcity mindset. That's the scarcity mindset, guys. So a lot of us probably have experienced this and we didn't even know it. Now, what is the lifelong impact of the scarcity mindset? The lifelong impact of the scarcity mindset is it shapes your future decisions. This is going to shape how you view life. You see that? It shapes your lifelong decisions when you have a scarcity mindset. So what is scarcity to be exact? Because we really got to know what are we dealing with here? What are we dealing with? What is scarcity? All right? It's a mindset that I keep saying, it's a mindset that limits our potential, causing us to focus on a lack and fear, preventing us from growth and opportunities. Do you understand that, guys? That it's a mindset. It's not physical change. It's mental change on your mind that you developed since you were little, when you were lacking, when you thought that you couldn't have, when you thought that you weren't worth anything. This leads to depression, anxiety, fear, and then this leads to scarcity talk, where you always talk down on yourself. You always see things with the glass half empty versus half full. You're not optimistic, you're pessimistic. This is a scarcity mindset. All right? It's scarcity. So we got to understand what's going on and why we feel like that. Furthermore, To understand the cycle of a scarcity mindset, we got to talk about it, get it out, understand, and reframe everything that we know. A scarcity mindset creates vicious cycles where fear leads to tunnel vision. You hear that? Your fear is going to lead you to make these tunnel vision decisions where you're not seeing the big picture, resulting in bad decisions, ultimately the same unsatisfactory results. You can't see the abundance if you're running on fear. You just won't see abundance entering your life. Some people can't see abundance till they lose everything and they have to go another route. They will hang on to that scarcity mindset like this. And they won't let go. They're like, no, I'm scared. I fear life. I'm not changing. I'm comfortable here. I don't want to be more. I'm going to stay right here. And we don't want that. That is not what we want in this community. Okay? So in the toolkit, it allows you to reflect on those memories so that you can learn from what made you feel scarce. What made you develop your feelings about money and your memories. Some people look at having a lot of money as bad. They feel like they don't deserve it. And you got to break that cycle, because it's just a game when it comes to money, but you got to know how to play the game. You got to know how to play the game. And you got to know that nowadays you need more than one source of income. So you got to work hard, play the game, and know what you're doing. And work smarter and not harder. Invest your time. Okay? So we're going to go to the 8 signs of scarcity. How do you know if you are a scarce person or not? How do you know? And dang, my TikTok is dying. No. It's dying. So I might have to plug y'all up. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Because the phone is dying. If it dies, you just got to come and join us on YouTube, TikTok, or Twitch. So I don't think this is going to reach. Maybe I could keep y'all right there while the phone charge. Alright? So 8 signs of scarcity, guys. What are the 8 signs of scarcity? So number 1 is fear. Fear is living in constant worry, and it limits your potential because you're scared all the time. Fear. Y'all see that? Fear. The second sign of scarcity is comparison. Measuring yourself against others creates unnecessary pressure, and you see that all the time on social media. You may feel like you don't have enough. You may feel like, I can't do things because you're seeing somebody else with more than what you have, and you're comparing yourself to these people. So it makes you have a scarcity mindset where you count yourself out of opportunities because you feel like they already got more. Don't compare yourself to people. Number 3 is limitation. Believing there is not enough stifles creativity and growth. Do you guys hear that? Do you think Rihanna was worried about all of the Maybellines and all of the L'Oreal makeups and stuff when she was thinking about her brand, Fenty Beauty? She said, no, I'm not thinking about them. I'm different. I'm unique. And I'm going to take a piece of the pie. Because she knew that what other people have does not limit my creativity. I can still be creative. I can still make things happen. Alright? The next one is anxiety. Some people have anxiety and they don't know that it's a part of having a scarce mindset. You see that? Anxiety. So anxiety, stress, and unease cloud your decision-making abilities. When you have anxiety, you can't really make decisions clearly because you worry. You're in fear. You comparing yourself. You limiting yourself. You see how all these things lock your brain up into a mental prison where you can't even focus? You're not even really doing what you need to do because you too worried. You know what I mean? You too worried. All right. The next one is self-doubt. Questioning your worth prevents you from seizing opportunity. Self-doubt. This is another sign of scarcity. Questioning your worth, like, dang, can I really do it? I remember thinking about being a dentist, trying to get into dental school, and I had this scarcity mindset. Hold on. This live is doing too much. Doing too much. Doing too much. Let me know if y'all can't hear me. Alright? So the next one is self-doubt. Questioning your worth prevents you from seizing opportunity. Self-doubt. Questioning yourself. Isolation. Avoiding connection reinforces feelings of unworthiness and fear when you isolate yourself. So if you isolating yourself, you live in a lot of fear. You have a lot of self-doubt, anxiety. You can see how these things start to try to weigh you down, prevent you from following your goals, prevent you from even thinking that you even had the belief or the mindset to do it. You don't even got the mindset to start. So some people want to go from hood to hooded. They want to join the Dreamers Network, but they don't even have the mindset to even start because they're not going to even invest the time in themselves. This is for people who don't want this scarcity mindset. You want to start investing in yourself. Don't waste time. Do it now. Invest in yourself now. Don't isolate yourself. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't compare yourself. Don't have fear, anxiety, or limit who you are. We breaking that curse today. Today, guys. Today. All right. So some other signs of scarcity. Eight more signs of scarcity. People who feel like they lack. 8 more signs. Well, not 8 more signs. We're going over the 8 signs. 4 more signs. Really, yeah, 4 more. Overthinking. This is another sign of scarcity. When you overthink, decisions lead to missed opportunities and stagnation. Now, this is one of the big ones I feel like really holds us back is when we overthink things. We try to do too much. We worry too much. It's just like me going live, doing this podcast, teaching, sharing my knowledge, not being a gatekeeper. Sometimes you can overthink and not do it. I'm doing a consistency challenge where I show up 8 a.m. 365 days. But it's my 4th time doing this challenge. I had to start over, switch the time. Sometimes I overthink, get in my head, don't go, because you try to do too much. So now I'm like, hey, I show up and I try my best and we just do it. We don't overthink it. So many people talk themselves out of pursuing their passion because they overthink it. You quit if you don't even try. You just automatically don't even know. You just quit if you don't even try because you overthought it. You thought too hard. You need all of this stuff. Just start with what you have. Start where you at. Meet yourself where you at right now. What are you overthinking it for? What are you overthinking it for? Why won't you just move? Remember, Because you are not a tree. You can move. You don't have to overthink. You don't have to compare yourself. You don't have to limit yourself. You don't have to doubt yourself. You don't have to be feeling left behind like you're not worthy. I'm telling you today, guys, on this Monday morning, you're worthy. Another sign of scarcity is feeling hopeless. Hopelessness. I meet so many people who feel hopeless. This world is meant to break your spirit. It's meant to break you down. It's meant to make you feel less than. You're set up to be a worker. You're not set up to be a millionaire. They don't teach financial literacy in the hood. They don't teach business. They teach you to have a scarcity mindset. That I can't. I'm going to limit myself. I ain't going to even go and try to be more, learn a new skill, keep growing, keep waking up every day, trying to get better at life. I'm just going to settle. I'm just going to stay right here in the hood in my mind. Okay? You can't have that type of mindset. Another thing, helplessness prevents you from taking action to make things change. Yes, you overthinking it. Now you feeling helpless. You looking at what this person got. Now you scared. You anxious. You just ain't gonna dream big. You might as well just stroll on because you're not a big dreamer. But if you want to change and transform and do a hood-to-hood transformation, you got to break these mindsets. You can't even join the Dreamers Academy. You can't even join the Dreamers Network because you ain't even a dreamer. You don't even believe in yourself. But I want you to change that. I need for you to get rid of that lack mindset. Another thing, the last one that we're going to talk about with signs of scarcity is resentment. Okay? This is a big one. When you resent others, what they have, you're jealous, you got a scarcity mindset. It hinders your own path to abundance. Because we trying to go from scarcity to abundance. Scarcity to abundance, guys. If you with me on this abundance train, then say, I'm with you, Doc. Tap the hearts. Hump the hearts. Okay? Now, we have to unlearn to transform. We have to unlearn a couple things in order to transform our mind. We have to unlearn. And how do you do that? How do you unlearn to transform? You be like the butterfly. You see the butterfly? That's how you transform. You break out of that cocoon. You got to unlearn the things that you were taught that really don't help you grow when you get to be the age where you really need to depend on your mind. You got to have a clear, focused mind that has intentions, goals, and that takes action. Remember, only 3% of adults have clear, written goals. What are you going to do with this information? So those childhood lessons, they shape your early belief about your mindset. Am I going to think with a scarce mindset where I'm always in fear, anxious, paying bills, bill to bill, can't see the light, I can't find a way out? This creates financial scarcity, okay? Where money, fears impact decision later. You won't invest because you're scared. You won't do this, but you're scared. You're scared of everything. You're scared to invest in yourself. You won't even pay for a $10 course to get a new skill that could get you a better job that's going to pay you $20 more. You won't even do it. You won't even go and think about it. You won't even take that leap of faith, that next step, because you got the financial scarcity from those childhood lessons. You got money fears and that you're not trying to grow from. You're not trying to elevate. You're just trying to settle in where you at. Those financial scarcity decisions, they lead to social conditioning. Society promotes limits and restrictions. You see the path? You go from childhood lessons to financial scarcity to social conditioning. And this creates your narrative. This creates your narrative. All right? So how do you break and transform from this cocoon to the butterfly? You got to break the narrative. create empowering narratives, create new stories, inspire growth, and think about the possibilities that exist. Because there's so many possibilities that exist when you transform your mind and unlearn the things that were holding you back. It's possible. All right? So with the science of belief, what power we at right now, TikTok? Let's see. Let's put y'all back here so I don't gotta be doing all of this, child. Teach me to charge my phone. I gotta charge my phone. All right, so the science of belief, transforming fear into freedom. That same brain that learned fear can learn freedom. That's how intelligent you are. Your brain enables us to rewire our thoughts for empowerment. So we got to break the scarcity mindset and get with an empowered mindset. Okay, guys? So I want you to feel empowered today, not scarce, not like you lack nothing. You don't lack nothing. So I lack nothing. You might not have a penny to your name right now, but you don't lack nothing. As long as you can think, as long as you can grow, as long as you can create, you lack nothing. Transform that fear. It's just going to hold you back. That's all it's going to do. So we're going to go through the 5-step rewire routine. 5 steps to rewire. All right. So the first step is now. If this is you watching this for the first time, or you just joined the Hood to Hood Dreamers Network, I gotta stop doing that. If you just joined the Dreamers Network, then I want you to rewire your brain, and we're gonna do that in a couple steps. All right. So the first step is awareness. Okay? Recognizing those old patterns that are holding you back. The next step is you want to interrupt these patterns that are holding you back. You want to interrupt these patterns. Morning. All right. Because you know when you operate from a scarce mindset, you hoard instead of invest. You just hoard. You just buy things for no reason. You compare instead of collaborating with others. You move in fear instead of faith. You feel guilty for not wanting more. Like you feel guilty about it. You can't plan past Friday. You don't have any plans. You just let life happen to you. You undervalue yourself. Okay? You stay small so you don't stand out. You just stay in the cut. You don't want to stand out. You don't want to do too much. You don't want to elevate, be more, create more. And you need a lot of proof before you move. You can't just work from, dang, I have a belief in myself. So which 3 are you showing up right now? Which one? I want to make you aware of it. If these things can be learned, they can be unlearned with awareness. All right. So, with 5 steps, we rewire the brain, the same brain that we use every single day. Awareness, catch the lie. Stop lying to yourself, telling yourself that you can't be more. Catch that lie. Don't do that. Interrupt it by saying, "Stop, brain. You trying to make me think I can't do things? Not today." Manifest it. That's what manifesting is all about. It's about interrupting those thoughts that you developed from when you were a child that gave you the scarce mindset, the lacking mindset, that you can't do more, that it's in your family, it's a generation of curse, it just run in the family. No, this is where it run out. The third thing is replacement. You replace those negative thoughts, those fears, those anxieties by adopting positivity, positive belief. This is going to foster growth. You want to speak the truth over your life. Speak abundance into your life. You speak this into your life. It starts with the tongue, writing it, speaking it, believing it. These are 5 steps that we have to take to rewire our brain. You want to go from hood to hood, you got to stay focused, be intentional. You can't be strolling on the internet all day and not learning, not a part of communities and conversations and networking and collaborating. Because some people don't believe in collaborating, they believe in collaborating. The next thing is repetition. Do this for 90 days. It's definitely going to be a habit when you believe in yourself, push yourself, develop new practices that are going to help you grow. All right? So enforce these habits. And the last thing is evidence. You want to track your wins. Make sure you are tracking your goals, writing it down. Instead of saying, I can't afford it, say, how can I create it? Or how can I afford it? Saying, what if I fail? What if you fly? What if you fly right now? I believe I can fly. You know what I mean? Don't say I'm going to fail. Say I'm going to fly. I don't believe I'm going to fail. I believe that any day I'm going to blow up. You talk to yourself like that. I'm going to find my customers. I'm going to create $1 million idea. I'm going to learn a new skill that's going to change my whole entire life. Instead of saying, I'm not ready, see, I'm ready enough to start. Rewire how you talk to yourself. Okay? Rewire how you talk to yourself. Don't keep falling for the okie doke. Don't keep playing with your life. Alright? And you can see this slide. You can't really see it on TikTok, but on this slide, it's talking about scarcity to abundant mindset. So you want to write your scarce thoughts down. What fear caused it? What are you going to replace it with? And what new action you can take? And what affirmation you need to make the change. You guys see that? You can get this on the Hood to Hooded Dreamers Network. It's only $1 per month to join, but this free resource you can download. Alright? But this is just going to help you get out of that scarce mindset, so you're transforming your thoughts for a brighter, more productive future, guys. Alright? So the 30-day Rewire Challenge. This is what I want you to do. You're going to have a morning routine, a daytime awareness, and then nightly reflection. In the morning, like this morning, set your day with intention. Set your day with positivity. Set aside time for meditation, journaling, or affirmations that can carry you throughout the day. This is going to bring you peace of mind and set you up for abundance to receive. During the daytime, as you're going through your day, I want you to be aware. Stay conscious of your thoughts. Make sure you're staying positive. Recognize when you're thinking scarce, when you looking on the internet, comparing yourself, or when you feeling like you don't have, like you lack. Recognize those signs and immediately shift to manifesting. Shift to overpowering those beliefs with empowerment. This is how you reshape your brain every single day. Alright? And then for the nighttime, before you go to sleep, reflect on your progress for the day. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself some grace. Pat yourself on the back for the small wins. Journal any shifts that you made. That's going to help you stay positive. Write it down. The pen and the paper is your best friend. I know we got AI. We love AI. We love all these things, but we want to write this stuff down. Alright? Now, the abundance declaration. Your abundance declaration is a tool that you need to break free from the old and enter into the new. This is like declaring to yourself, hey, I am going to be more, and I stand on business about that. So you want to take the narrative that you held on to for so long that limited your potential and acknowledge your past and why you need this rewiring. Alright? You can go ahead and screenshot that. The truth. So embrace a new truth that empowers you to shift your mindset and recognize your worth. because you're so worth it. Recognizing your worth, recognizing who you are is going to open up doors for opportunities, open up doors for your cup to overflow instead of you feeling like your cup is half empty. You're going to be like, oh, my cup is overflowing now because I woke up this morning. You'll find gratitude in the most simplest things to help you push towards that next step that you know you need to take. Okay? And then you want to get the evidence. Evidence of your success. Document your achievements. Document the smallest things to help you transform your identity from scarce to abundant. And then stay committed. Daily affirmation, reflecting. Stay committed. Committed. All right? So right at the top of the paper, this is my abundance declaration. If you notice some things you was doing, say, I'm not going to think like that. And have a new way of thinking. All right? So your legacy starts here, guys. Your legacy starts here. It starts with releasing those limiting, scarce beliefs, letting go of the past restrictions, living in your truth, embracing your truth, acknowledging your inner strength, and that you're worth so much more, creating lasting change, meaning committing to new routines in life, getting in new environments, because your environment can literally kill your dream if you're in the wrong environment, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And then you want to transform your future by building this foundation of knowledge today. So let's stop the scarce mindset. Let's stop limiting ourselves. Let's break those generational curses and know that we can have more. We know we can have more. All right? We know we can have more. I know you can have more, guys. I know. This is something that I know. All right? So if you want to join the movement, go ahead and lock into the Dreamers network from Hood to Hood. The link is in the bio. We level up every day at 8 a.m. And today I hope you found something juicy for you to use to get you through this week. Be positive. Know who you are. I'm opening up the chat for questions. So if you have questions, type it in the chat. Thank you guys for the hearts on TikTok. I met my goal of 1K. Somebody did 1.7K. Make sure you get your heart me at the top. This little orange heart at the top. Boom. Get your daily heart me. If you watch it from any other platform, I appreciate support. If you're watching the replay, sending love. Love. And we pretty much done for today. I don't see any questions coming through the chat. So, yeah. I am Dr. Chief this Sunflower. And this is the Hood to Hooded podcast. I will see you guys tomorrow where we're going to continue to grow. And you never know what we're going to be learning, but you know we're going to be learning something. All right. Time to get ready to see some patients. I'm out. Have a good day, guys.